guys, my name is Zakiya and welcome to episode 2, finally hitting 2, of my Ladywing Stitches Flosstube. So yeah, I totally almost forgot what I called this thing, which is pretty bad. But yeah, so we're back, episode 2. Like I said, my name is Zakiya. You can find me on Instagram as @LadywingDesigns. If you're on Goodreads, I am Zakiya the Walking Butterfly on there. Yeah, for a while I'm just going to be like mentioning that. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about books, how I'm going to do books, just because I'm like, that would be something I would want to put on both podcasts. I should figure that out. But alas, it's not even a minute in and I'm already super distracted. So yeah, welcome back. If you are a returning viewer from the first Flosstube, thank you for coming back. If you're a returner from my channel at all, meaning you watch my knitting videos also, thanks for watching Flosstube. And if you're new in any way to this channel, welcome. I hope you like it. Yeah, trying to remember to say everything because I literally just filmed, which you'll know if you're binge watching both episodes, but I literally just filmed a knitting podcast and I'm just going to go ahead and do the Flosstube right behind it so I can get all my filming done, do all the editing at one time. These both of these episodes are long overdue, especially the knitting one. That one's almost 2 hours, so if not 2, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you guys will know by the time this is up. You guys will also know how long this one will be. I'm hoping it'll just be around an hour or a little bit under that. I don't have near as much for this one as I did for the knitting one, so excuse me. We're gonna hope that this goes well. Hopefully, since this is the second video, I'm already kind of in the groove. There it is. So there might be ums, ahs, so's, yeahs, because I'm just generally out of practice. I haven't really recorded since the last Flosstube, or I haven't recorded at all since the last Flosstube, so bear with me. That will probably be annoying. Sorry, not sorry. You can always mute me. So, what was I going to say? I'm wearing a hand knit shawl. For any of you knitters or crocheters, spinners, multi-craft-jeweled people, if you're on Ravelry, I'll pop this up here. If you're on Ravelry, I'm also on Ravelry as @Ladywing Designs, so you can find me over there. This is my first Bindi Arrow shawl by Charlotte Bory, and that's all I'm going to say about it. To that note, where was I going with Ravelry? If you need to message me, just to chat, or if you have a question, whatever, you can leave a comment below this video. I'll get back to you. I know that I have a lot of comments from the first Flosstube. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers, everyone that's shouted me out, everyone that left comments and good vibes. Seriously appreciate all of them. But because I haven't been really like looking at this YouTube channel at all, there are a ton of comments I know, and I am gonna go back through and reply to everybody. Just give me a few more days for that, because I don't know if it'll happen today or not. But thank you for all the love. I appreciate it. If you need to email me, again, you know, you can contact me anywhere that I'm on social media, but if you need to email me or just want to email me, ladywingdesigns@gmail.com. And excuse me, there was one other thing. The blog that I have for show notes and for pictures of all my whips and FOs is ladywingdesigns.blogspot.com, so you can check that out too. And there will be a link to today's show notes post in the description box below to take you directly to the show notes post for this. Yeah. So I think that's everything. Oh, one more. This is kind of administration. I haven't been Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of what I wanted to say anyway. So, my crafty mojo has, in general, just been off and on, which is why I haven't really been recording. I haven't felt like listening to myself, haven't felt like recording. Sometimes, for a while, it was just that I didn't really have a lot to show. Um, Especially for this floss tube, I really just have been working on a few projects up until recently, because I've had a few new starts. So, um, yeah, there's not a ton to show you guys. I mean, I have a decent amount of whips, but, you know, there hasn't been a ton of progress on a few of these, so there's not really a lot to show. But to that effect, because I haven't been crafting a lot, I haven't necessarily been making a lot of posts on Instagram. So, and the posts that I do make kind of come sporadically. I'll like get into a groove of posting progress pictures every evening, and then I'll fall out of it for about a week or so. But sometimes, or most of the time now, I am putting things on my stories on Instagram. So check those. And I guess since I did it for the knitting video, I'll do it for the floss tube video. It's only fair, right? So, because some of you might not watch both. So, this is gonna mess up my... I had like a search thing going here. Anyway, besides the point. So, when you first go... when you first go to Instagram and you open it up, you can see my profile picture, other people's profile pictures, and you can scroll through them and see other people. Those are stories, so you can click up there, and people have put things up there for you to look at. So, like, here's mine for right now. Stuff I found out about Netflix, my advent calendar, you know, the little things that everyone puts up every day. And then sometimes I'll have my projects up there. And like some progress shots of it as I'm working on it every few hours or whatever. So that's a really good way to keep up if you see that I haven't put up a post in a few days, or you think about it and there isn't one, whatever. Not that I think that you guys think about me all the time, but you know. And you can also get to it on the person's profile page. If you click on their profile picture, it'll bring it up again. So that's that. If you want to see progress, just another way to keep up with what I'm doing, since I'm not necessarily consistent right now in giving you guys updates. Let's see, mentioned the show notes are on the blog. There's a link to that in the description box. Okay, so I don't have any of those, so we're going to jump right into whips. And the first one I'm going to show is Hogwarts Castle. So I showed you guys this the last time. Move this back. Oh, okay. And, well, it's off now, so... So this is what I've called Hogwarts Castle. It's a pattern from I Cross Stitch Pattern on Etsy. I haven't looked recently, so I don't know if she put this pattern back up there for sale or not. But the last time I looked, which was a month ago, it wasn't there. So you might have to message her and ask if she has it or not. It was called Hogwarts Magic Castle when it was up there. But anyway, so it's a full coverage piece. It's 275 square. This is my first BAP, big ass project, for those of you that don't know what that stands for. So this is a full coverage piece, like I said, 275 by 275. The last time that you guys saw this, I'm not really sure where it was. If you go to the blog, I have before and current pictures up there, so go look at that. I don't remember where I was last time. I think maybe when you guys saw it, I'd finished page 2. Probably not. I feel like I was still up here. I hadn't filled in all of this yet. So I finished page 2 and then immediately got started on page 8. And I made a decent bit of progress. In that same day that I finished page 2, I kept going on page 8 because it's pretty much all the same colors. Yeah, it's a really great stitch still. I just I think I burned out from doing so much in that one day, because I still had a good bit of page 2 when I finished it before I started this page. So I think I just burned out. Hopefully I'll get back to it sometime soon. I haven't felt like stitching on it, so I just haven't. This needle minder, here, I'll take the needle off. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but again, I put up a really good picture of it on the blog, and I'll probably pop that picture in here. Or, no, you guys can see it, kind of. Yeah, so I'll be putting that picture in now. But this is a new needle minder that I got from Simply Serving. She's at Simply Serving HK on Instagram, and it's the Hogwarts wax seal. So yeah, if I can't get my Hogwarts letter, I can at least have the wax seal, right? So that's what is going on with Hogwarts Castle. Yeah, like I said, I haven't worked on it in a while, so, and I mean, even looking at it right now is not necessarily making me want to work on it, so hopefully I'll get that bug again sometime soon. And then my grime guard, check the blog. I don't remember what shop I got it from, but this is Slytherin fabric. Where's that bag? So I mentioned, I don't remember if did I show this last time or did I just mention it? But yeah, I have a knitting project bag in the exact same fabric. And I got this first, so it was great when I found this. But this is what it looks like. It's just the Slytherin house crest. So, and like I said, check the blog, or maybe I'll pop it up on the screen. I don't remember where I bought this grime guard from. I know that I got it off of Etsy. So, that's Hogwarts Castle. Next, in my Love You More studio sleeve. Why did that just struggle? Anyway, Love You More studio sleeve. This is my Stitch project. I'm not going to take the flosses out. Again, check the blog. The colors are on there too, which is why I'm not going to pull them out. Plus, I showed them the last time. So this is my Stitch, where I am. I actually haven't worked on this in a couple of weeks either. I worked on it really hard, and I did have a couple progress posts of this. So I think it was it week 6 or week 5? Week 6. I almost caught up completely. So this is what my Stitch looks like right now, and I'll show you what Clue 7 looks like, which is the latest one, in a second. And this is blowing out, but this is where I am. And so you'll see if you are stitching Stitch or have looked at a lot of them. This is the only flower that doesn't have an outline. And that was the end of part 6. Literally all I have to do is finish that outline. But then part 6. Lies. Part 5. Because part 6, there's more decoration stuff that we got. And then part 7, we get all this beginning of the phrase. And then this last part that we're getting this week will be the kind of choose your own adventure part. And I really hope that there's a Harry Potter one, because that's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm still going to look through what they give us. And then who knows, I might end up charting my own. So you never really know. So that's what my Stitch looks like right now, and I will show you guys. Here we go. So this is XPattyX on Instagram. I just chose somebody's that had already caught up off of the hashtag. So this is where we're at after week 7. So Michelle and whoever guessed it, which once Michelle said it, I was like, oh yeah, actually that's smart. I can't remember if I read this. I feel like I read this prediction somewhere on the Facebook group though before Michelle said it in her last video. But anyway, this is what it's looking like right now. Home is where the, so you'll remember, well, I mean, you could still see it on mine because I haven't done the letters, right? Like we had a 6 and a 9, and another 6, right? That's what they looked like. But as you can see, this 6 turned into an H and this 9 turned into the O. Like we knew they were letters. We just didn't know what letters. Yeah, so, well, my phone went black. That's how I know I've been holding it up too long. But yeah, so that's what it looks like so far. So this is what I have to catch up to. So you can see, like, there's some decoration stuff, top and bottom I have to do, and then the letters. Again, I don't know when I'm going to touch it because it hasn't necessarily been calling to me lately. Okay, next. Adventure awaits. So you guys haven't. So those are the 2 projects that I've worked on in the last bit that you guys saw in the last video. This project is not a new start, but you guys haven't seen it because I don't think I showed it last time. No, I didn't. This is Adventure Awaits, which is a mystery sal, or was a mystery sal. Not like Stiach, you know, where it's actually truly a mystery, but it was that you didn't know exactly what you were going to be stitching. So this one, this pattern is of a map around the world. And okay, let's go back. So Adventure Awaits is a pattern by Sally at Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And she's at Caterpillar Cross Stitch, caterpillarcrossstitch.com. Yeah, .com. Yeah, I love Sally. She's great. So this is Adventure Awaits. It started back in June. Every month for 6 months. So we just got the last part at the end of November, the day before Thanksgiving. So it's a map every month. Starting back in June, we got a different continent. And you can see she has different landmarks and stuff. And so, like I said, November we got the last one, which was North America. So, and I'll hold this up since you guys haven't seen this one yet. Where did we start? So we started right here in the middle with Europe. I'll just give you guys a quick tour, right? So we started right up here with Europe and this plane, kind of this bit. So London, France, Italy, Greece, Netherlands, and then we moved to Asia. You know, granted, these are just the landmarks that she picked, right? Obviously, there are more countries in Europe. Yeah, then we went to Asia, which I'm not going to try to name all those countries because I will get some of them wrong. And then we went back over here and we did Africa, which was really fun to stitch. All of this was really fun to stitch, right? All of it. But I really enjoyed Africa for some reason. I think it was just those big blocks of color. So we did Africa, and then after that we came over here and did Australia, which I won't hold up close because there was a lot of issues with me in Australia, but it's fine, it all got done. And then when she gave us Australia, we also got this piece for Antarctica, which I really appreciate because Antarctica is on this map. I have a giant world map, which I probably won't, maybe I will take a picture of it and put it in here. But I have a giant map that I'm looking at right now behind my TV, and they don't have Antarctica on it whatsoever. I feel like I talked about this in the last one with my little book for Hogwarts. That, yeah, anyway, it just bothers me, people. Like, Antarctica is the 7th continent. Don't leave it off of a map. Anyway, so we got Antarctica. And then next was South America, which also was an absolute joy to stitch. And then now I'm on North America, and you can see. So this is the part that I've done since the last video. Is North America. So I'm a color completer, as I have mentioned, I'm sure at some point. So I think I got 4 colors done. I think I got 4 colors finished on this, and I'm super stoked because like this purple, since I had to not had to, but since there was a lot of it, it's just really great to have it done, because it was most of the Statue of Liberty. It was a good bit in these igloos, which one of them I think I may have to go back and work on because I think I forgot, but I think I fixed it actually. Yeah, and then I have the outline of the whole continent, so that's great. And then there's a whale's tail right here, and I have already decided that because these blank spaces just really bother me. I love oh, and that's one thing that I love that I do want to mention is that she has negative space, right? So it's not completely full coverage, but it's pretty full. But this just bothers, so like this whale's tail is going to be pretty big right here. There's not really anything right here, but it doesn't bother me too much because I think the fish are right here. But this dolphin, like I get it, it needs to be higher up because they're not like too close to the cold, right? So that makes sense, but then there's this giant space. So I think I'm just going to pop my signature right in the middle of that. Like I don't even care. I'm just gonna put my signature right in the middle of that. Yeah, so that's Adventure Awaits. It's going great. I definitely would like to have this one done, as in finished and framed, before the end of the year. So that gives me, what, 27 days, because I'm not counting today. I think I can do it. These parts are really easy and really quick to stitch. So I'm hoping that, yeah. I feel like that could happen. I feel like I could even get it framed before the end of the year because the stitching won't take that long. So we'll see. This is the needle mind. Hold on. So Zakiya needle minder from Armada Designs. Talk about it all the time. That one gets moved a lot so that I can use it. It was supposed to stay on Hogwarts, but it's a good needle minder, so I moved a lot. This one is the one that she had designed especially for the knit-along. It just says Adventure Awaits, and it has the little plain ribbon wrapped around the globe. Yeah. I just realized when I was talking about this, though, that I haven't been talking about any of my fabrics, or the flosses, or anything. Can you tell how out of practice I am? So, let's go back through those for a second. So this one, I feel like you can tell really well on screen that this is not white. Maybe you can't, but I feel like it shows up really well on the screen. And maybe that's just me because, you know, I know it's blue. I don't know. I feel like it showed up better a second ago when it was folded up. Can you guys tell that it's blue? Somebody mention that in a comment. Let me know. But anyway, this is on ice blue, maybe, or just a light blue. I don't remember the exact color. 16 count Zweigart Ada that I got off of Amazon. They had 14 count at Hobby Lobby, but I don't like 14 count, so I ordered a light blue 16 count. And Sally also had kits, but I can't remember if I didn't get it because it was in the UK or if I didn't get it because it was 14 count Ada. But it doesn't matter. I didn't mind having to buy the floss in my fabric. So that's that. 2/1. It's on Ada. I'm using all the called for DMC. That's that. Okay, so let's go back to these other ones really quick because I completely forgot to talk about my fabric and the floss, which is super ridiculous. So Hogwarts Castle, as you can see, super basic because it's full coverage. This is a huge piece of 30 by 36, 16 count white Ada that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna grab this tag, or not tag, packaging, because I was talking to Amy, Creativity by Gidge, about this. So this is what I got. I didn't order it off of 123 Stitch. I literally just got it from Hobby Lobby, and it's a giant piece of Ada. 16 count, it's Artiste. It's only 15 bucks. 40% off one item, people. Coupons. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so that's what I did for that. That is also, Hogwarts is also using all of the called for DMC. And then, oh, and then I talked about Stiach. That fabric is 32 count iced coffee Belfast. I want to say it's from Zweigart, but I don't remember. It's a printed fabric, so one side has the colorway, the other side is just the plain white. Yeah, and then like I said, the colors that I use are on the blog for that one, but all 4 of them are DMC. Okay, so those are the whips that are not new starts. So now I have 3 more whips. This video is definitely going to be over an hour. So now I have 3 more whips that are new starts. So the first one, I'm going to start off with, we'll go in chronological order actually. So I'm going to start off with this one. So I posted a picture of my fancy project bag. This is actually what it came in, and I'm just keeping it in here. So I was on Ravelry one day. I don't remember. Ravelry, like I explained last episode, is basically the Facebook for knitters, crocheters, spinners, fiber artists, right? And I mean for other people too. Like there are cross-stitch groups on there and stuff for the people on there that also do those things, that cross-stitch and etc. Anyway, so I was in a cross-stitch group on there. I think I was looking for something else or somehow found my way into a D-stash forum. Don't know why I did that. But I happened to find someone that was D-stashing a few mirabilias, a few patterns. And she had this one. Do I need to say anything? It's a lady with butterfly wings. Can I just say I didn't buy this for the lady, right? Like, it was definitely the wings that got me. And they're in my and it's charted in my favorite colors, guys. Golds, beautiful oranges, and I needed it. Had to have it. So, I did actually post a picture of this pattern on Instagram right before I started it, but I never posted my progress. So, I'll hold it a little closer. So this is the pattern. It's Miss Solar Ellipse, designed by Nora Corbett for Mirabilia. Oh, lies. Or I don't know. Now I'm confused. I've been saying by Nora for Mirabilia, but it says for Witchell Imports right here. But then it has Mirabilia down here. It's a Mirabilia pattern. That's all that matters. And Nora Corbett is the real person designer there. Yeah. So anyway, Miss Solar Ellipse, and it's part of the Butterfly Misses collection. So yeah. So I started this, and I've barely got, not barely. I don't have like a ton done on it. But I got a good start. And what else I was gonna say about the D-stash, she had it as a full kit. So it came in this bag because it was the pattern. She had the fabric, which is just a 32 count white linen, white Belfast. So, and probably from Zweigart actually. Like, I mean, when she sent it to me, like the sticker was still on it and everything, I think. Or was it? Was the sticker still on it? I feel like the sticker was still on it, and I probably just took it off. But anyway, so it came in this bag because she had all the floss, so not on this project ring, not on bobbins. They weren't organized in any way, but all the flosses were in here. I've gone through and done that. And then she sent the Krynic and the 2 colors of beads that I need. So the only thing that she didn't include in this was a needle, a beading needle, and some scissors. Like, I mean, it's literally a complete kit, so I'm super in love with that. I just need you guys to look at this. Like, look at this color palette. It's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I mean, that is literally right up my alley. So, okay, so let me show you how far I am on this, and we'll talk just a little bit more about the pattern. Like I said, I haven't done too much, so there's not much to talk about. So, okay, here we go. So like I said, 32 count white Belfast linen. Pretty sure it's from Zweigart. This is what I've gotten done so far. Just, I started directly in the middle, so there's, you know, that's why I started with that color, and then I just kept going with that color, because it's almost done. I think there's a little bit more, like, maybe somewhere down here, but I want to say that this color is completely done. There's a fourth one of these little sections up here, and I think I need to carry this down some more. And then this color will be done, and this only took me, like, maybe 2 stitching days I've worked on this so far, and one of those stitching days was a solid, like, 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So, like I said, not much to really show just yet. This needle minder is a skull Matryoshka, Russian doll, Russian nesting doll. I say skull, it's a skeleton. Anyway, same thing. From Thrifty Thread NZ. I'll put it on the screen, and there's a link on the blog. Yeah, I love this needle minder. I think I talked about it last time. So there's that, and then the only changes that I'm planning to make, which I've already done the color conversions, but because I am not white, skin tone wise, I will be doing a color conversion on this so that it's me, because it's a lady with butterfly wings, and the wings are already in my favorite colors. I just have to have this be a brown girl. Like, I need that to happen. So I did a skin conversion here, and then because I was kind of concerned about the hair blending in, plus my hair is a darker brown, a much darker brown. So I also did a conversion on the hair, and now that I'm thinking about it, don't think that I put that on the blog, but it will be up there by the time this video goes up. So I'll put the color conversion on there for you guys. But yeah, so that's where I am with my first ever Mirabilia. I'm super excited. Even though I've never done it before and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, I'm really excited to get to the beading. I'm also really psyched to work with that Kreinik. Sorry for the crinkling. Because I've never worked with metallic floss whatsoever. So the next new start that I had was a Sal. Amy and I know I'm sure are plenty of other people doing this too, but the only people that I know off the top of my head that are doing this is me and Amy of Creativity by Gidge. She has a Flosstube, and that's her name on Instagram. Anyway, so this is I can't even English, y'all. So this is the Sal that we both joined in on, and like I said, there are other people doing it too. I'm not sure who. So yeah, that's that. And the picture that you're seeing there. So let's start over. So this is a new pattern from Tiny Modernist. So the pattern design is by Tiny Modernist. So if you did the Halloween mansion, if you're doing Santa's mansion, the Christmas one, same designer. And what you're seeing, let me make this a little brighter maybe. So what you're seeing on here is the outline of this castle. It's called the Mythical Medieval Mansion Sal. I'm doing this all backwards. Mythical Medieval Mansion Sal. The pattern is designed by Tiny Modernist, and if you so choose to stitch it on the exclusive fabric, which I did, the name of that fabric is Misty View. And the background that you're seeing here, like with the green at the bottom and the gray at the top for the background, That's how the fabric is. Granted, it's printed. I was wondering how they were gonna do that hand-dyed and get them like all looking nice. They don't. It's printed, which makes a lot of sense. But I love it. Yeah, and so this castle outline is everything that we got for part 1, which is the same way that the other styles worked. So I just need to work on the outline. I haven't worked on it at all. You'll see what I mean in a second. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then like the other ones, the release dates are on the Lakeside website. I just don't know them by heart. I want to say that that part 2, which is the first room, comes out on December 14th. Anyway, so this one I'm keeping in my Quidditch at Hogwarts Love You More Studio sleeve, or snuggle sleeve. I don't remember if it's a sleeve or a snuggle. I don't keep up with that personally. I just call them all sleeves. But this one is a Kindle size. So if you don't watch Michelle Bindi Stitchy, she's a Love You More rep. And she shows these off all the time because she has a ton of them. Oh, hint, this is also, both of these are part of retail therapy. Because I'm not gonna do like an actual haul section today, so I'll try to mention stuff as I get it. Yeah, so this is, or as I talk about it, I mean. So this is part of retail therapy, these sleeves, because you guys haven't seen these really. I can't remember. Maybe I talked about them last time. Who cares? Anyway, so this is the standard size sleeve. I'm pretty sure this is the standard, and I know that this is the Kindle size. But I'm pretty sure that this is the standard. I don't think that's the full size. But anyway, yeah, so the Mythical Medieval Mansion style is being held in my Quidditch at Hogwarts, which is kind of funny because Stioch is definitely a smaller project, so it should be in the smaller sleeve, but the other one matches my Stioch projects too well. I had a couple of colors that I actually, or no, these are the doubles. So I have my doubles just stuffed in the bottom. I got another pair of scissors. I need to get another short scissor fob, so Jennifer at Upton Stitches, I'll be seeing you soon. I'll be talking to you soon. Okay, so let me grab the fabric. So this fabric is also a part of retail therapy, so part of the stuff that I got. I need to lay this out on some cardboard and put some fray check. There we go. I need to put some fray check on, especially at the bottom of this. Yeah, because 3 of these, only the top part, as you can see, is like serged, so to speak. Anyway, that was the edge of the fabric. All the other 3 sides, it's like a peninsula. I really need to fray check it so it'll stop unraveling. Yeah, so you see that, well, first, while I'm holding this up, you can see, like, it goes from a pale gray at the top for the sky to that green at the bottom. It fades. It's not showing up as bright on here, so maybe, if I feel like it, I'll take a picture of this fabric and put it in. Truly don't think that's gonna happen though, guys. But yeah, the main part is that the green is just a little bit more vibrant. But yeah, you see that tiny, 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 tiny bit of stitching in the center? Yeah, that's what I did. This is the only start that I've had on it, but I'm not upset. So they have you start like on page 5 or something, but anyway, you start where the green and the gray kind of come together. So yeah, found that spot, everything's good. Started in the center. So yeah, this is all that I've gotten done. Maybe like an hour worth of stitching. And for the record, I don't stitch that slow. I just literally, even during that hour, I clearly wasn't like super focused because I definitely could have gotten more than that done. whatever. So that's where I am on that project. I'm really excited to see the first room and all of that. I just need to yeah, I just need to work on it. I need to take the time to work on it. So that's this one. I started this in the wee hours before my birthday, which I just remembered that I totally forgot to mention on the knitting podcast. Oh well, just not going back. It'll be fine. It doesn't matter. So yeah, so this I started on November the 25th, which was last Sunday, day before my birthday. I started it pretty late at night, which is why I only worked about an hour on it, because I kept getting distracted, and then after a while I definitely had sat it down and had been working on it, and then I decided to start kitting up to start kitting up and maybe even start working on my birthday start. So let's jump to that one. Yeah, we talked about the fabric. It's exclusive. You can only get it from Lakeside Needlecraft. It's called Misty View. I'm stitching it on 32 count. It's an even weave. Guys, this fabric is so soft. Like, this is the softest fabric I've ever worked with. And I'm very interested in ordering some more fabric from them. So we'll see. So I got that. I lied to you guys. I said I wasn't doing retail therapy, and that's definitely a lie. Anyway. Okay, so last whip, if you've been watching my Instagram, you already know, because this one I have been posting pictures and progress and all that stuff of, because I'm super hype and it's going really well so far. Sorry, for some reason I unlocked my phone and now I'm answering text messages. So, excuse me, this last whip, like I said, it's my birthday start for 2018. My birthday was last Monday. I don't know why I picked this up. My birthday was last Monday. I'm 22. Yeah, not much to say. I mean, like, there's not really much to say. I'm sure a ton of you will say happy birthday because you're just nice like that. So thank you in advance. And I'll still respond to your comments and your messages, whatever, saying thank you. But thank you in advance. It was a pretty chill day. We didn't go to the movies like we wanted to, or like I wanted to, but I didn't mind. Instead, a friend came over and we just kind of chilled. What else did we do? We went to Olive Garden, which is like my not number one, but like for sit down restaurants, I love Olive Garden. Plus, my parents, it also sealed the deal that my parents, during Thanksgiving weekend, I got to see them, and they just gave me my birthday present early since they weren't going to see me. And they got me a $25 gift card to Olive Garden. So that kind of sealed the deal because we had like 4 or 5 places that we kind of wanted to go, that I had thought about, and I couldn't decide. So that sealed the deal. So yeah, I had a great birthday, and then I got to start quotes to live by. So yeah, it was a great day. So this, because again, I feel like someone will ask, or I don't know, maybe you guys wouldn't, maybe you don't care. In which case, you're gonna have to see it anyway. This is a mug that I got off of, like, you know, like those Facebook and Instagram things where it's like the t-shirts and the mugs and stuff with all your favorite fandoms on it. They always get me with those guys. I cannot tell you how many mugs and how many t-shirts I've ordered from those things because they know me so well and they always get me. I just found a t-shirt that I ordered off of one of those, and I like completely forgot I even owned it. Okay, like that's how bad it is. But this mug I had to have. Because if you can't tell, that says the Weasley family tree, aka Harry Potter. And I could talk about this mug all day. Oh my gosh, I love it. But I also love Harry Potter, so. But yeah. So that's that Harry Potter mug. And I'm just drinking lemonade, so like Simply lemonade that you get from Walmart. Yeah, that. Nothing fancy. Okay. Bringing it back together here. Focus. Quotes. So I've been talking about this for a while. I even mentioned it on the last one. Quotes to live by. You guys, look at this. So, and I put the picture up on the blog that I had of the border because I don't feel like, excuse me. Oh, I might have to cut that out. I don't feel like taking my Q-snap off of this side because it's just in the perfect spot, and I just don't want to move it because I'm afraid I won't put it back in the perfect spot, even with the other 3 on there. So I'll just do this to show you. But here's the border. So me and quotes in general, we got off to a rough start. Things come in 3s, right? So when I first started quotes, I knew that I really wanted to start working on the border as soon as possible. And like work on that a good bit first, because for some reason these borders were just intriguing to me. And it's a quadruple border. You would think that like after watching Michelle Bindi Stitchy like stitch on this, and you know, hearing her talk about the border, all these like, which is part of the reason why I really wanted to do the border, because she had talked about the fact that it's a whatchamacallit. I'm sorry, guys, I feel like I just lost a needle. And now I'm like kind of losing it because I'm pretty sure I just lost a needle. I don't know what to do. Anyway, like there's only 1 needle on here. And I know for sure that there were like 2 or 3. Okay, I found one. I think that I set stuff on top of quotes and they knocked my needles off. That's not good because I'm going to be the one sitting over there. So now I have to look for this other needle because I'm going to be the one to sit on it. Oh no. Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do after this video is over. Guys, I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, you would think... Michelle, you would think that after watching her do these borders and hearing her talk about how it was a ton of borders, I would remember. But I'm also not complaining because I love this. So I'll show you this part up here, actually, because you can see more of one of them. So, okay, this is bad. So you can see this far outside border. That's 1. There's 1 on the inside of that. That's 2, right? So there are different colors. There you go. That's better. You can see that there are 2 columns here. This outside one is the first border. That's 1 color. And the one on the inside is a brighter cream. And that's the second one by my count. And that, because it's still a border and it's in a different color. So it's like stitching a whole nother border. And then there's this back stitch one, which I love working. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the backstitch in this project now. I say that now, famous last words. So there's this backstitch 1, 3, and then there's this double colored blue border. Yeah, so you can kind of see it. There's a darker blue and a lighter blue there. And they just alternate through that whole border. So 4 borders, which the fact that the blue border has 2 different colors in it is almost like making it 5 borders. Guys, oh my gosh, insane as far as that, right? But they're super fun to stitch, and because it's like you're just going straight down, and you know, it's just like a 1 column kind of thing. It's not like you have to do this over like 5, you know, it's not like it's a super thick border. So that does help too. And I'm a pretty decently fast stitcher, I think. And I was stitching in hand on this. So this zoomed. But back to what I was talking about, the struggle with quotes. I've had to frog 3 times. So I knew that I wanted to start with this border because I was just really excited about them. So I found the middle, got ready on my fabric, and then started this teal outline. went this way, which I still have to frog my mistake. It's like this line right here. There's a stitch up here that I missed. Anyway, so I went all the way around, came back. You know that moment when it like joins up perfect? Yeah, well, it didn't. Checked all of this stuff because I was like, oh no, maybe I messed up down here. No, messed up way over here. So I had to unpick all of this. You can see, and then after that I was just so fed up. I went back this way instead so that I could get to the design stuff, like the little curly Q stuff. You can see the very edge of it right there. But there's a bunch of curly Q stuff under here. So I did all that, worked on the border instead. So that was one. This blue border, the double border I was just talking about, I messed that up. I'm not going to go into detail, but I messed that up, and it was one stitch over this direction. Couldn't live with that because the design in general is so full that I would have had to add a column, and I don't want to have to think about this pattern really hard. Like, I just want to be able to look at the pattern, look at my color conversion if I need to, and move on. So I had this blue border done all the way around this corner, completely finished, and I had to frog the whole thing out. And I redid that. That's two. Well, I should have known at that point that things come in threes. Well, this was just annoying because I literally wasted a whole morning, I think. I had a morning to stitch, and I wasted hours because it was somewhere in this queue. I'm not going to look for it, but somewhere in here I was supposed to like start the new line 2 stitches over, and I only moved 1 stitch over, so everything was off. It came yet again to me like counting, checking that something was right, and it wasn't right. And so I had gone like down all of here doing half stitches and then worked and crossed them and came all the way back up so that then I could just go back around here, right? Well, I had messed, that one thing up. So I messed it up, then went all the way down, came back up, kept going. So when I had to rip out, I had to rip out everything I had done because I literally started right at the mistake that morning. So that was annoying because I had to rip all of that out. So it was kind of just a big waste of time. But I fixed it. It's fine. This is going to say 2, but it's mostly backstitch that forms that. And yeah, so other than that, I got besides my struggles, guys. Once I really got going, it was fine. So I got the word quotes done. It's 2 different colors. This has some backstitch around these dots here. That's why. And then all of this is full coverage yellow that is completely filled in up there at the top. And then you can see like it kind of fades, and so there's a brighter yellow, and it's gonna go down here. Excuse me. Yeah, so I finished, and then this yellow, this is a darker outline. Anyway, so I did a color conversion. I'm not going to show you a picture of quotes off of Instagram. I was, but I'm not. Just look up quotes to live by Sal, S-A-L. The hashtag, I'll pop that on the screen. And you can find somebody, like, look at Michelle Bindy's. That's usually who I think I click on anyway. But look at hers, because she did it in the original called for colors. So, I mentioned this last time, I'm not a big pink person. So, I didn't want to do the pattern in the way that it's charted, because that's just way too much pink for me. So, I knew that I was going to do a yellow conversion, because I was like, if I'm going to change it, I might as well make it, excuse me, my favorite color. And I thought that yellow would look good with the color palette. It does. So this is my project ring for this one. Yeah, and the keen eye among you will notice, where's the lightest pink? That there's a pink, and there's the other 2 pinks. They're still in here, but there are also 3 yellows. So what I did, let me see if I can explain this as quickly as possible, as easily as possible. Just like I told Amy, don't panic. This looks worse than it is. This is just me not being organized and being lazy and only wanting to take one sheet of paper to the store, right? So it's just jumbled all together, but don't fret, it's not complicated. So literally what I did, so we'll start. So as I was going through, okay, not a good place to start. So the first thing that I did, I went, because the pattern is released in parts, right? And you can't just buy one PDF all put together. You have to buy each part separately. So I bought all the parts, and then I went through and I looked at all of them and made sure that I had all of the called for colors. I went through all 9 and made sure. I think all the colors are introduced within the first 2 clues, though. So really it was just checking after that. But anyway, I went through and made sure I had all the called for colors. And then I marked the pinks. So these are the 2 of the pinks and the lightest pink up here. I marked it so that I would know which ones specifically were the pinks. Then I used a couple websites online, which, if I remember, I'll leave in the description box below. No promises. If I don't leave them there, somebody remind me, and I'll put them there. But yeah, I used a couple sites that I use for my color conversions, and I found the colors that I wanted. And then there was a question that I was wondering about, so I put that there, right? So then I went through each part. So you can see that this is part 1, and I listed all of the called for colors. So when I got to Michael, and I did that for every part. If I had notes that I wanted to think about, maybe I should do this, blah, blah, blah. All that's on there. So then when I got to Michael's, I picked all the floss for the Mansion Sal first, because I knew I just could go through that, do it quickly. And then I sat down on the floor in front of the floss with my cart and my phone and this sheet of paper, and I pulled all of these called for colors, sat them down there with me. I pulled these 3. It actually turned out that they didn't have this color. That was one of the options I was thinking about. So I didn't have a choice. I just grabbed the other one because they didn't have this one. But it worked out fine, and that was the one that I chose. So then I chose the 3 yellows that were the colors I was going to change. Sat them down there with me. So then I went through each part. So for part 1, I pulled all of the called for colors, looked at the general scheme, and I did this for the overall too. I did this first. I looked at all of the called for colors together. Look at the scheme, like the way it would have looked with the pinks, and then I would change the pinks out to the yellows for whatever was in each part. So part 1 has all 3 of them. So I changed all 3 of the pinks out for the yellows, and I looked at it again. Okay, do I like how all of those look together? Yep. So then I would look, and this is why I had my phone, then I looked at each part. And looked at the color scheme and the way that the colors were done. And then, so some of these I thought about, like, oh, well, maybe I could leave the pink, because some of them I actually liked the way that the pink looked in that floss toss, right, for that part. So there are only a few. So this is just the little diagram drawing I did based off of the actual pattern. So there are 9 parts. So part 1 has the header and the first quote, and then the rest of the quotes, you can see I've put the part number on there. You can also see that 3 squares say pink. So square 2, when I did the floss toss, I decided, hey, I'm going to just leave this one as originally charted. So there won't be any yellow in that one. It'll have the pink colors. And then I put pink on 7 and 8 also, because to let myself know that there is pink in that part. But 7 and 8, I'm actually going to be using both the pinks and the yellows, because I'm going to use the pink for part of the stuff, but not completely. Sorry, hold on. Okay, focusing. There was a little bug sitting up here, like, crawling around, and I had to kill it. Anyway, so, where was I? Yeah, so part 7 and 8 will have both pinks and yellows. Yeah. So that's that. I think that's everything that I wanted to say for quotes. It's a really fun stitch so far. I'm super addicted to it. I'm really excited to get to the actual quotes in this pattern. I am loving working on the header, and I do love the borders. I think that I might actually go ahead and finish the borders completely before I even start the quotes, just so that they're done, because I already have almost one complete side done, so I might as well. But anyway, yeah, that's quotes. The only other thing I was going to say is that I have this little note here because I'm changing 2 of the quotes. I'm going to go through and rechart them. I still bought those parts of the pattern because I still want to follow the color scheme that she did, that Emma did. Oh yeah, I don't think I said, but Quotes to Live By is the name of the pattern, and it's from Stitchrovia. You can get all the parts in her Etsy shop. But yeah, so I'm going to change 2 of the quotes for sure. One other quote I might change, but I'm not sure yet. And I don't have a quote for that one yet either, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so one more time, this is what it's looking like, you know, plus the border. So this is where I'm at. This needle minder, I don't remember what shop it's from. It says Needle Attractions on the back. There, there's the back of my work if anyone wanted to see. It has like this little button back, and it says Needle Attractions. But I honestly have not searched too hard to try to find the shop or anything, so I'm not exactly sure where it came from. But yeah, it's a little sugar skull that Michelle Bendy sent me. So yeah, thanks Michelle, 1. 2, love it. It's a really good needle minder, so yeah, I'm just leaving it on quotes. And that's where I am so far. Oh my gosh, that took way too long to talk about projects that I said I didn't have a lot of progress on. Liar. Okay, now, real quick for Craving It, I'm just going to mention that I'm starting to think about what I'm doing for my New Year, New Start. And all I can say is that there's definitely gonna be more than one new start. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I think I've put like 7 of them on this list. Sorry, I'm really distracted. I don't know what by. I'm just distracted for the moment. Anyway, so I've started making this list, and I'm not gonna talk about what's on here just yet, but I titled it New Starts for January, because at first me and Amy were talking about doing something for like every Friday in January have a new start, and then it outgrew the number of Fridays that are in January, so I just need to decide what I'm doing for that. I'm just not sure yet. I'm looking at this ottoman that I keep my cross-stitch projects in, and yeah, I just have a lot of options, because there are some projects that I actually, like, I might not have the floss, but I actually already have the fabric for. So I'm thinking about letting those all be the new starts and spreading them maybe before Christmas, and not before Christmas, before the new year. So like at the end of December and then into January. Yeah. So, okay, that's it for Craving It. Just that I'm thinking about New Year, New Starts. Retail therapy. It's just a couple things. So, first I will mention that when I ordered from Lakeside Needlecraft, I got the pattern and the fabric, because I knew I wanted that. You have to get the pattern from them, I think, but I knew that I wanted the exclusive fabric, so I got that too. And then I was just generally looking around their site because I'd never been there before, and I saw that they have sample, sorry, okay, still getting distracted. My phone is sitting over here. Um, I still, I searched the site because I was just looking. I'd never shopped with them before, and I found that they have samples of large account fabrics. So to prepare for whenever I get my first Haid, I'm gonna be stitching on all of these. I don't think that I think this little thing of 32 count I will probably use to do like a super tiny small 1/1 because I definitely don't think I will be doing a Haid on 32 count because I know whatever I do it's gonna be 1/1. So I don't think it'll be on 32 count. So my real options then are 28 and 25. And I'm not quite sure which one yet. I'm gonna do a sample on all of these, but the 32 count I might just do like a quick sample just under here 1/1 to see how it looks, because I don't want to mess up this giant piece, because I think I'm seriously just gonna I think I'm just gonna leave that one out. I don't think 32 count 1/1 is what I want to do for a Haid. It would be smaller, but just know my eyesight it has limits still. So I'm thinking it'll either be 25 or 28. I'll probably start with the 28 count, see how I feel, and then if I feel like it's too small, I'll probably go to 25 count and test that out. But yeah, so they have these little samples that you can get on there, and I got those from Lakeside Needlecraft. Bindi Stitchy, when she sent me that needle minder, she sent it in the folds of this magazine. This is just cross stitch October 1989, and I literally just wanted it because of this cornucopia, because I'm a Thanksgiving baby. Yeah, so I just want that cornucopia to stitch, hopefully for next year, maybe, we'll see. And there's like one other thing, there's like kind of a companion piece that goes to this, and it's like autumn leaves, and I want to do that one too. Yeah, so retail therapy is honestly the quickest part of this whole video. Okay, and then the other two things that I have are my first ever clubs for cross stitch period and color and cotton. So I just got the fabric yesterday. It just got delivered yesterday. So nobody's seen that yet because I haven't posted pictures. But I did post a picture of my floss when I got him back in the middle of November. So both of these are the ones for November. So these are the flosses, the variegated flosses that I got. And both of these clubs I'm in any. So so I didn't pick brights, and I also didn't pick pastels. It's just whatever she sends. I just decided to keep it as a mix. That way, like, my stash will never necessarily lean one way or the other because I, like, chose that club, you know what I mean? Anyway, plus I'm just in it for the hand-dyed fanciness. I don't really care what color it is. So these are the colors that I got. I'll have to look at the picture that I took. You guys might just have to deal with the fact that these don't show up all that great. And there is a really good variegation in all three of these. I think maybe you can kind of see them there. They're all really good variegation. So this one is Old Santa. I'll kind of hold my hand up against it. That's a little truer to color. I'm not sure. Everything's blowing out. Anyway, so Old Santa, Carolina Blue, and this one is Terracotta, and I love this. I thought about putting this in my Mirabilia instead of one of those DMCs, but it's just so variegated that I'm going to wait. I'm going to leave it for something else. So for my floss clubs, I did 3 threads a month because I don't want my stash getting too big too quick. So I did 3 a month. Again, the any color from Color and Cotton, and then I'm just keeping all my fancy floss in its own Ziploc right now because those are the only 3 I have. So yeah, and then the fabric that got here yesterday, so spoiler maybe, I don't know, I feel like probably everyone gets something different, so I don't know. But anyway, the fabric, like I said, I also didn't get Prim or brights. I just got the any color because especially for fabric, I don't care. Or really, it's for thread and fabric. Like, I don't care. I just want all the fancy things. So spoiler, in case you haven't opened yours, I don't know, if everyone gets the exact same fabric or not, color-wise. So again, this is Color and Cotton, and I'll hold this up so you guys can see that. So Color and Cotton with a U, which is probably difficult for everyone else, but it's super easy for me because I already spelled the color like that. So one time Michelle mentioned, and she was like, color with a U, and I was like, I never would have noticed that because that's just how it looks to me all the time, because that's what I read on my phone when I type it, and that's how I type it. So anyway, Color with a U and Cotton. And this is the specs on it. So I got the 1/8, the fat eighth. Is that what? An eighth of a yard. Anyway, it's an eighth of a yard, which is 13 by 17. And I, of course, did 32 count Belfast. And the name of this one is River Rock. So this one especially, I don't know if it's going to show up right on screen. It's not. It's not at all. You can slightly see the modeling. It's coming up more grayscale on this computer screen. I'm not sure why. But I mean, you guys can kind of see the modeling of where it is on each side. Just know that that modeling is like a brownish, not a brownish, it's a brown color. Like maybe a reddish, pinkish kind of brown, sort of. But it definitely looks like River Rock. I'll see for the fabric if I can get a decent picture of it. I feel like it's going to be hard to photograph too, so we'll see. I might have to take this one. I might have to wait for my boyfriend to get home and take this one outside, because we have the outside wall right outside the apartment is white. So maybe I'll get him to help me hold it up there and we can get a good picture of it against a white background, because I know it'll show up then. Yeah, but inside the light is just blowing everything out today. So now that this video is an hour and 15 minutes, under an hour, my butt. Yeah, so now that all of that has been handled, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off so that I can get started on editing both of these videos, because just watching them straight through alone would take me 3 hours. So editing is gonna be a ridiculously long project today, guys. But it's okay. I'm doing it because I love y'all. So yeah, until I talk to you again, or until I post on Instagram, because that'll happen sooner. Happy stitching. Leave a comment. Go look at the blog for show notes. Yeah. Bye, guys.